right, welcome back to Good Things Utah. We didn't just have sugar in the kitchen, but I know you're going to be having a lot of sugar over the holidays. But maybe you cut back on the candy canes and then it sneaks in somewhere else. Dr. Petersen is here from the Holtorf Medical Group. Are we just eating too much all the time?
Yeah, too much sugar all the time. We talked about this a little bit before. I think the thing about sugar is if you're going to eat it, know it's sugar. Don't be deceived and eat something that you thought was good for you, like the pasta sauce, and it's chock full of sugar. But yeah, we're eating too much.
But it doesn't always say the sugar on the label. It doesn't say how much sugar.
Sure,
it comes in different types of sugar.
That's the trick. Is that it won't say sugar.
Say
it'll say high fructose corn syrup. Or it'll say glucose.
Exactly.
Or it'll say sucrose. Yeah.
But how do you know what is right and what is the best type to eat? That's the problem.
That's a tough question. I can tell you what the American Medical Association says. The American Heart Association says that men should eat 9 teaspoons of sugar a day. Oh. And women should eat 6 teaspoons of sugar a day total.
See, and I'm thinking that's breakfast.
Well, just one can of soda contains 8.
I was going to say, Nisha loves a soda. Okay, I like a Dr. Pepper, but I now drink a calorie-free and caffeine-free Dr. Pepper. And I have one every day, don't I, Nish?
It's probably better than the typical one that has the 8 teaspoons of sugar, because that's your total for the day.
But it still has sugar in it, doesn't it?
Well, it has an artificial sugar, and artificial sugar, just like sugar, will cause insulin to go up. And
that's what happens to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens when insulin goes up? How is this much sugar affecting our bodies?
Right, so first there's an energy rush, and then there's a crash. And what happens is sugar goes up, then insulin goes up. And insulin binds to a receptor and allows sugar to go into the cells. So when all the sugar goes into the cells, now the sugar in your blood goes down, and your brain says, oh my word, I might die. And so cortisol and adrenaline are released, and you get shaky and nervous and nauseated because your body is saying, quick, get me some sugar. Then there's a thing released called glucagon, and the liver that has stores of glycogen releases sugar. So you basically went high sugar, high sugar again, and you develop insulin resistance over time, which leads to diabetes and heart disease and strokes, etc.
Well, that's what I was about to touch on. Too much sugar in the diet can cause what? Number one, diabetes, obviously.
Yeah.
But
well, it's funny, the thing about sugar is every disease is caused by it at some point. You know, at first, it's this crash. Then there's lowered immunity. Just drinking sugar right away will lower your white blood cell count for 5 hours. So for 5 hours after you drank that Coke or Pepsi, your immunity is down.
Really?
Really. So
hence
you can get a cold
the flu.
From it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But then chronic or long term, you've got diabetes, you've got obesity, you've got weight gain. You also, because sugar's pro-inflammatory, have things like osteoarthritis. So
you can cut back on it though and not know that it is in the pasta sauce. What are some other hidden spots that people are eating just too much?
Probably the thing that I think is the most common is fruit juices. Fruit juices and fruit chews and all these things we give we give these things to our kids. Here, have a fruit snack. Well, here, just have 3 teaspoons of sugar instead.
Yeah. Right, because it says fruit on the box.
But it looks healthy because it's in the shape of a pear.
Exactly. I wanted to say to you, is it still true that, you know, people have juices. People love juicing all the fruit and all those types of things. But they say you shouldn't eat or drink more than what you can put a whole piece of fruit in the glass.
That's true with fruit because fruit is mostly sugar, and if you're extruding the pulp, then you're leaving out
if we're having a tall glass
fiber. But it's not true with vegetables. So if you wanted to juice a lot of carrots, some spinach, and then put in 1 apple.
Yeah.
And it will taste delicious.
Yeah.
And you've got mostly vegetables and nutrients and antioxidants.
Okay, give us more strategies to avoid eating too much sugar over the holidays. How can we do it?
I think the first one for me, because I like sugar like everybody else, is if I'm going to eat sugar, know it's sugar. Right? So if I'm going to go to Brio and eat their dessert, I know it's the dessert, and I'm allowed.
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
Don't put brown sugar on the yams. Everywhere I'm going now is putting brown sugar on the sweet potato.
But it gets me to eat the yams. Like then I'll have
put a little butter, put a touch of sugar, but put butter, put some salt. I would say make sure you eat breakfast, because if you don't eat breakfast, your sugar will go down, you'll crash, then you'll say, oh, get me something, and you'll eat sugar. 2, eat protein when you eat sugar.
Okay.
3, fructose is better than sucrose. And so if you want to eat something sweet and you're still trying to be healthy, it's okay, have some fruit. But don't think of it as a health food. Think of it as a sugar alternative, and that's your sugar.
Well, I go on scavenging upstairs in the office at about 2 o'clock, and one of the ladies upstairs has a banana every day for me, and I love it. And it just gets me through.
Is that okay?
It is. I mean, it's certainly better than having a Coke or a candy
Yeah,
bar. Snickers
yeah.
may satisfy, but not for long.
Because then you have your crash.
That's
and then
right.
back up,
Exactly.
And then your crash
Exactly.
again. Dr. Petersen is from the Holtorf Medical Group. If you have more questions, if you just haven't been feeling good lately and you want to find out what it is, he has the answers for you. Go to our website or their website for all that info. Dr. Petersen, what is your website?
Just go to hmgutah.com.
I liked this today. It was
Okay.
good information.
Thank you. It's a
I
lot
liked
of
it.
fun.
Happy
Thank you.
Thanksgiving to you, too.
To you guys, too.
Glenn?
All right, coming up next, from purses to jeans, Shields can add a little sparkle to